There's been a lot of transition in our world and in our church over the last 5 years. COVID not only had a big effect when it happened, but I think there have been lingering effects in the way that we think about our lives and in our schedule. And I think one of the easiest things that can happen in that kind of a transition is church becomes the sort of thing that you just do to check off a box. And this happens to churches everywhere all the time. Church is something you do, it's part of your routine. You enjoy it, your kids enjoy it, but we lose sight very often about the why. Why are we here? Why has God called us to be a church? And as I think about who we are as the Grove Church and what I think God has for us, I think now is a time and a season for us to remember, refresh, and rekindle the reasons why God has brought us together as a church. We put "You Belong" on the outside of our building, and it's a motto, and it is a sign to our entire community that this is a place where you can find love, where you can find Jesus, and that we want you to belong here. But our mission, what God has called us to, is so much deeper than that. And so over the last several months, we as a staff and elder team we've revamped, we've kind of retooled, reworded, kind of reignited our mission statement. And so I would like to share that with you. This is what God has called us to do and be as a church. He is calling us to invite Northwest Arkansas to know Jesus, to develop meaningful relationships, and to share His hope with the world. There's three very significant parts to that. And the first one I think is the most significant, is that we want people in our community to know who Jesus Christ is. Not to become religious, not to join a church, but to be introduced into the Savior of the world, Jesus Christ. We want people to know the hope and the life that they can have through the Son of God, Jesus. And that is our greatest and biggest invitation. We want people to know who He is. But once they are here and they know Jesus, we want people to develop meaningful relationships, because we believe that real personal spiritual growth comes when we have one another. When we have more than just acquaintances, more than just buddies, but we have meaningful relationships with one another where we can encourage each other, challenge each other, and grow together. So once people are here, we want them to find their people. And then once you are here and you know Jesus and you have found your people and you are growing, we want every person here to believe and to know and understand that they have a role to play to bring the hope of Jesus Christ to the whole world. Whether it's serving inside the church, serving outside the church, going somewhere, staying here, whether it's in your home, it's in your community, it's in your work, it's in your school. God has gifted each and every one of us, and He has passioned each one of us, and He is placing each one of us where He wants us so that we can bring His hope to the world. And so we are here at the Grove, not just simply to gather, not just simply to worship, but He has called us on a mission to invite people to know Jesus, to connect and bring His hope to the world. And so we're going to spend some time over the next several weeks just talking about, if this is our mission, what are some specific things that you can do to help move us forward in this incredible mission that we believe that God has called us to.